Hello, hello, hello. My name is Michelle. I'm 51. I'm a retired teacher, turned real estate investor slash landlord. I also have a TPT store, and I do some things in the space of my former teacher self. So, like, I post scholarship information on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So, today's check-in is going to be for week 3 of May, so that's Friday, May 15th to Thursday, May 21st. Originally, like, I've been like testing out different ways to keep up with this information in an effort to be more green. I am now using like a clipboard with just a post-it note, like not a post-it note, page protector, and I just write on this for my weekly spending and then just tally it up on here. So I've been budgeting, or I guess I should say tracking my spending now since September of 2025, and I'm filming this of May of 2026. So now that I've been tracking my spending, I started giving myself a weekly budget last month in April, which was $150, and I found that that just was not enough money. So now for May, I'm testing out $200 a week, and I've also incorporated sinking funds, and I have 2 different types of sinking funds. The first one is a revolving one, and so that's based on the categories that I tend to spend in every week. So I have one for household, I have one for office, I also have one for self-care. That way, if I kind of overspend in those areas, I could have money to transfer, back into that account. It's all digital. I don't really do things in cash, except I do, excuse me, just use a debit card. I don't use any credit right now. So let me share with you my findings. So for fuel, I spent $25.38. I've been doing this method of, I'm out on the West Coast, and so I think my car's like a 2014, 2015 Honda Civic. And so what I do is I just put $25 in my car every Friday and hope it gets me to the next Friday. So far, it's really working out, so I'm excited about that. Food, $54.87. Household, $38.51. And household are things like, toiletries, but also like, what else will fall in there? Like laundry detergent, dishwashing liquid, anything for the house for the most part. Miscellaneous, 0, so I was very happy about that. Dining out, $37.30. I did end up going to McDonald's. Even though I said I was giving up fast food, I just find that when I'm stressed and anxious, I'm telling you, that processed food I love it. So I did go to McDonald's. I also did get an acai bowl, but now, because I could tell those acai bowls were really adding up because it was like $15 a pop, I've now just started adding that into my food budget, meaning I just go get the acai sorbet and then get the other fruits, and I just make my own. And I'm finding that for about $20-ish a week, I can make about 3 to 4 acai bowls compared to going to the acai place, spending like $15. So that's good. Office supplies, $10.42. I'm really debating about moving office supplies more to a business expense because I have 2 businesses that I'm running out of my place, which is my real estate. Right now I do rent by the room. I'm in the process of saving up for a basement renovation. I also have a duplex that I'll be fixing up shortly. So a lot of these office supplies are either connected to that business or to my teacher business. And so I may eventually pull out office supplies and put that as a business expense. The only reason I'm keeping it personal right now is because as I get better with my money management skills, first in the personal area, then in business, then I'll see. Because like right now, I'm not really tracking like business expenses like that because I don't have that many. And so I just need to work out in my mind, if I move office supplies over, like, am I gonna then start creating like a monthly budget for office supplies? So we'll see. Right now, I'm just leaving it where it is. And so my total was $166.48. Yay! So So that means with the $200 budget, I stayed under by $33.52. And so what I'm seeing is I do think the 200 is kind of the sweet spot, because I feel like it allows me to spend but not use so much cognitive bandwidth that every purchase I'm like, okay, how much, okay, do I have enough? Is this, so here's the other thing. I really think, y'all, I'm really starting to love budgeting. Like now I see when people who have really mastered budgeting and they start telling you like, oh, it's not a restrictive thing, it's a freedom thing. It really is. Like, I'm not gonna even lie, because now I have an upcoming trip. I'm going to a wedding, and I've given myself a budget for that. My goal is like to stay under $650. And so right now I do like a variety of different budgeting types, but primarily I budget by bank account. So what that means is I have a place where, my pension lands. I have a bill account. I have a spending account. I have some savings accounts. I have business accounts. And so what I'm finding is if I just run everything through my spending account, it's way easier to keep up with the different expenses. And so what I just started doing is really, really using my spending app. I'm going to put the little picture right here so you can see the app I'm talking about. It's free. And what I've done now is every time I buy something, I put it in there. So that is my real-time running total. I don't get specific with it. I literally just put the receipt in just so that I have a running total of how much I have. Now, why this is super duper important now is because since I have this travel coming up, what I've had to do is just use the spending app to keep track of how much money I have. And the reason why is because just to make my life simpler, all my spending is running through this one account, which means the flights that I've already booked, the hotel that I've already booked, it's coming out of this account. However, with the spending app, it allows you to create different accounts. So right now I have a weekly spending account that's, chronicling this $200 a week budget, but then I also have another account set up in the spending tracker that's just for this trip. And so that way it lets me see how much I have left for both things. And there might be an easier way to do this, but that's just the way my mind is working. And so in essence, it's forcing me to use my spending app as a real-time tracker, because I can't use my bank account anymore, because of course now, because I'm using that spending account for travel, it wouldn't necessarily be reflecting how much was left of the 200 weekly budget, because it also has the money from travel in there. So hopefully that made sense, but I'm really kind of getting a handle on this, so I'm appreciating it. If you have any tips, tricks, suggestions, please, please, please let me know. I know I said I was gonna do some sort of money insight on Thursdays when I was washing clothes, and this past Thursday, I really don't know what I was doing. I really was watching budgeting videos, because that's what I tend to do when I'm sitting in the car, because now that I'm getting further into my budgeting, a lot of the things that the people were doing, they're just clicking for me. So now I have a 1 month ahead fund where every month I'm contributing one shift of my supplemental work, which right now is $125. It's between $125 and $170. So whenever I get paid from that, that's what I use that for. And it's just great to see it grow. Even with my upcoming travel, because I had started my sinking funds about a month and a half ago, it was very cool that out of that $650 budget I set, I actually had 120 in my travel sinking fund, so that was good, because then I could use that. So I'm really enjoying being able to spend money, know my balance, know the goal, and feel like I'm just being way more intentional with my money. So it's exciting. But thank you for watching, and as always, be grateful. Bye-bye.